Why is scholastic philosophy so dense? Imagine trying to read a book written in a language that mixes many different ideas, rules, and ways of thinking all at once. That's what reading scholastic philosophy can feel like. It's packed with detailed arguments, precise definitions, and complex logical steps. This style was developed in medieval Europe to connect Christian beliefs with the ideas of ancient Greek philosophers like Aristotle. The goal was to understand faith better using reason, but that meant scholars had to work through a lot of complicated questions. They used a method called dialectical reasoning, which is a fancy way of debating ideas by presenting opposing views, analyzing them carefully, and then finding the best answer. This careful process made their writings very detailed and sometimes hard to follow. Scholastics relied heavily on Aristotle's logic and ideas about the nature of reality. These ideas are not simple. They are abstract and requiring a lot of thinking to understand. To explore questions about God, the universe, and what it means to be human, scholars had to master these difficult concepts and apply them systematically. They also had to organize a huge amount of knowledge from different sources. Christian teachings, Greek philosophy, and later Islamic and Jewish commentaries all had to be translated, interpreted, and combined. Since most of this work was done in Latin, a language used mainly by scholars, it added another layer of complexity. Most of the work was done in medieval universities, where students and teachers followed a formal way of debating called disputation. They would write texts with questions, objections, replies, and counter-replies. This format made their writings very structured but also very technical. Without special training, it's hard to understand these texts because they follow a strict pattern of reasoning. The density of scholastic philosophy also reflects its purpose. These thinkers wanted to create a complete framework that covered all parts of life and knowledge. They aimed to answer questions about faith, science, ethics, and more, all within one system. Their careful, detailed approach was meant to leave no stone unturned. Even today, their work can seem complicated because of the language and style they used. But at its core, the reason it is so dense is because it combines a demanding logical method, a huge amount of diverse knowledge, and a style of argumentation that values thoroughness and precision.